Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the absence, I've had a bit going on, but I'm back and I'm here with a cooking series using game meats. So we don't buy our meat from the supermarket, we just eat venison. And I just really wanted to show how easy it can be to cook with game meats, just everyday family meals, quick and easy. The other thing that's great about it too is it can be so cost effective when you cut out meat from your grocery bills. Oh my God, she just spewed. So I was just going to start off with something super basic today, which is spaghetti bolognese. Everyone has their own way of cooking it, and really you can cook it however you cook it, just with venison, and it's super easy, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. So start by dicing up an onion. Oh my God, my eyes. This is some potent onions. This is optional, but I always put grated carrot in mine. It's exhausting. Oops. This is totally optional. I'm adding some bacon today because I just had some in the fridge that needs to be used. But yeah, without it, it's still just as fine. You do not need to add any fat to your mince for it to be tasty. Chop it up all random. All me chopping. I usually cook everything for a really long time, so this will be on the pot for a while, so I don't even care if it's not like wilted down or anything before I chuck the meat in. So yeah, next step is I'll crank the heat up. So this is just straight venison mince, nothing added to it, just literally chop chunks off the deer and put it through a mincer, sinew and all. And it might still be a little bit frozen. So yeah, I'll usually break it up because if you have lumpy meat, especially if it's game meat, it's just not as nice, and the sauce doesn't like penetrate the meat as well. Yeah, so this is still frozen. There's like chunks in the middle. That's fine because you just cook it for ages anyway, so it all kind of melts down. So I've just got to do a voiceover here because we've had some mic issues, but basically once that's sort of browned off, I just season it. So I'll season with a generous amount of salt and pepper. And between each lot of seasonings, I just stir it all into the meat. Now I'm adding in just some red wine. I don't measure anything, but this is maybe about a quarter of a bottle, and mixing it through. And then next, a whole jar of tomato passata. I've tried using diced tomatoes before, but passata's just way tomatoier, makes a better flavour. And mix that through. And this is an optional step, but I made up some venison stock and I just pretty much add it to all my cooking, just adds a nice richness. Yeah, so just adding that in and stirring it through, but you could just use regular stock if you wanted. And then I'm adding in some Worcestershire sauce. Stirring that through again, and then adding a few good tablespoons of tomato paste, stirring that one through. Next, adding in some more seasoning, so I just use dried mixed herbs and garlic powder, and then just stir it through again. I get the residual bits out of the jars too, just with some hot water, just to really infuse that meat sauce. And I'll add a just heaped teaspoon of baking powder to anything like super tomatoey. When I was pregnant, I got like reflux, and it's a game changer. I saw it on Instagram and it works. If it doesn't boil over.
right, so this has been simmering for like 2 hours now, and I'll just thicken it up with some corn flour. So I just like grab some of the sauce from the top and then chuck it in a dish so it doesn't get lumps in it. And then just chuck some flour in. Oops, that'll do. Then whisk it up and then pop it back in. If you use a good quality stock, the gelatin in it will help it thicken up too, but the corn flour just kind of like holds it together. And that's pretty much it. Now we just gotta cook some pasta and serve it up. Pack of spaghetti. Oops. Just give that a stir and let it cook for like 9 minutes. Goodness, child. Chuck some butter in, and then that's your pasta done. Oh my god. It's like as soon as I'm on camera, nothing goes right. And that is it, spaghetti bolognese. We worked it out, cost $5 in total to make all that, and that'll do us 2 nights, dinner for 4 people, and a couple lunches as well. None for babies. I think it's good.